Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the last episode. This episode will entail how coaches work within the ACRL framework of scholarship is conversation and information has value. Being active in a participatory environment to publish, present, and share knowledge. The validity of information, experimenting in the lab, and last but not least, the conclusion. Okay. Also, in our profession, or many professions, writing and publishing is a big deal. A lot of times, faculty will publish or need to publish for tenure reasons and other reasons as well. But can you talk about in your profession, what do you all do to share information in regards to schemes, schematics, nuances, and things of this nature, to kind of push and propel the culture forward?
Yeah, so every month the AFCA, which is the American Football Coaches Association, puts out a magazine, and so they'll have people that will contribute articles about a whole slew of things, whether it's certain drills, how to attack certain defenses, just whatever it may be. So guys will write articles and put out diagrams and stuff there. At our yearly convention, they'll have a whole list of speakers that come through, and they can talk about schematics, they can talk about technique, they can talk about philosophy. It's pretty a wide range, but that's on a grand scale, of guys presenting kind of their thoughts and feelings about certain issues or certain positions, and then just simply sitting down and talking with a coach at the convention about, well, hey, how do you guys run your Thursday practice or whatever. So there's a lot of different ways that you can push articles, philosophies, thoughts, all that stuff. There's a lot of ways to put it out there. That's not the publishing and the videos and presentations and things like that.
Well, yeah, I find that very interesting because in our profession and some other professions, especially in the sciences, right now, when there's some interesting things going on in regards to researching. A lot of the studies are trying to be replicated, which they call replicated studies or replication studies, and people are trying to, I guess, mimic the research that the science people in the sciences are doing, and they're not able to replicate them. So they're thinking that there's some issues going on. And I see it the same thing with you all. You go to a conference, you want to make sure that when you go and do chalk talk, or you go on the board and you write up an offense or a defensive scheme, you want to make sure it's sound, it's legit. Can you talk a little bit about that in regards to the authority and having the content to back it up when you go and present your information in front of a live audience?
Yeah, you gotta know yourself, because you're putting yourself out there for ridicule if people don't either agree with your philosophy or your thoughts, or maybe they are a little bit smarter than you or whatever and have something to beat whatever play you have. That's what you look for, I think, both offensively and defensively when you run a play. It's offensively, like if we're running the ball, are we outnumbered at the point of attack? If we are, then that's probably not a sound play for us to be running. Defensively, they want to be gap sound and have good gap integrity and make sure, in a perfect world, the play works. Right. Obviously it always doesn't, but at least if you're calling it a sound play on either side of the ball, then you just got to go out and execute it.
Tug it high. Good, tug it, good.
Now that's high impact practice. We've talked a lot about the information literacy process, pretty much. ACRL frameworks in conjunction with the old standards. tell us a little about what you think about the process in regards to understanding information, accessing, analyzing it, delivering it, and so forth.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what we do every week, starting on Sunday when you get this new batch of film in. It's analyzing, understanding, and trying to formulate a plan. And the goal is to just be making sound decisions on Saturday, and trying to use all the information given and building to that point to where every time a play is called, it's a good sound play.
Right. So I'm hearing in that answer, and what I took from it was problem solving and critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and those are a lot of things that we talk about in the library profession in regards to whether it's teaching, whether it's evaluating employees, whether it's finding grants, writing grants, whether it's whatever. I think those two phrases, critical thinking and problem solving, is kind of like the core tenets of information literacy. And I'm glad we could work and collab together and trying to show it in a different light than just in the educational sector. You know what I mean? So, so what do you think about the partnership, partnering with us to try to showcase this?
Yeah, I don't think many people expect the athletics department and the library to be working on a lot of things together, but they do go hand in hand. And the only time we think about our kids in the library is trying to get them out of the study hall. Yeah, so this is definitely a new light, but it's super applicable in our world and as from a game plan standpoint and just everyday life.
We have a new awesome project. See you then. What you think?
I think you got one more good one. It was solid. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Woo.